What is up, guys? Your boy Mike back here from Mike's Money Moves. As you guys can see, I am driving and I got a van. So we're moving on to our next hustle. So I like to try a couple new things here and there, and I always wanted to try this nice new flip. So pretty much I watched a video with Ryan Pineda where he used to flip couches as a living and where he made quite a bit of money. So I thought to myself, and I thought this was a crazy idea. So I thought to myself, you know what, fuck it, let's do it. So considering the timing of everything and not working anymore at real estate, which I'll go through within another video, I thought to myself, I've got a lot of time, pandemic's still around, so a lot of people aren't obviously looking at hiring. So I thought, you know what, let's try and, flip some furniture. So I'm actually on my way right now to flipping my first furniture. So I'm about to go pick one up. So this is going to be the very start. I'm picking up my very first couch. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to be starting with couches to see how we go with this. This one is not too bad. It's a nice 2-3 seater couch. It's a foldable one with steel legs. I don't know too much about the furniture industry or anything like that, and this is a perfect way to understand and know about it. So the van itself, I'll give you guys an idea. It is a 2001-2002 Toyota Town Ace. So it's not a massive van. It's not your typical Toyota Hiace, which is quite large. This one is more considered to be, like a small, medium sort of size. So in between an SUV and a van, which isn't too bad. So again, on my way to find one right now. It is a little bit after Christmas, a little bit before New Year's. So things are still all about, coronavirus has sort of hit New South Wales pretty hard. So everything's been a bit crazy. Obviously, one thing with the flipping game, I understand and knowing that depending on where you go in the type of area, you'll find a lot better things and obviously more better quality furniture in this case. But unfortunately, the ones that I want that are really nice, oh, there's one. The ones that I really want are sort of in the northern beaches area, which is where it is now classified as a hotspot. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to skip that for a little while, even though it may not be a contactless trade. So a little bit about this first one that I'm going to be picking up. Did take a little while, to be honest with you. So this one, I had a contact with this lady for a little while. I had a talk with her. She's moving out, but she's going to hire removalists to get it going. But she's like, look, if anyone wants to come pick it up, happy for you guys to come through. I messaged her a couple of days ago, and we've been in talks here and there. I've been sort of putting it off, to be honest with you, only because I just don't think I can do it by myself. So having a van and being a one-man van is a pretty difficult thing, especially when you're moving heavy furniture that may require 2 people or sometimes even more. And it is a little bit hard too, especially when you're asking someone, especially ladies who don't have that a lot of masculinity in terms of muscle strength. They sometimes do struggle, and especially with this lady, I did message her to say like, hey, I'm happy to come pick it up, but would you be willing to obviously give me a hand taking it out of your place and moving it into the van? She said, no, sorry, unfortunately I can't, just because I had a bit of a back injury, so I can't afford to do some heavy lifting, hence probably why she's obviously wanting to give it for free. So that took a couple of days. I needed to figure out, do I need to hire someone? Honestly, what I was really wanting to do is literally just rocking up one day, finding some guy on the street and be like, hey man, do you want 10 bucks? I'll give you 10 bucks for 10 minutes of your time. Help me move this couch from here to there. That is also a good tip as well. So it's a good way to obviously move furniture if you need a helping hand, and it's an easy way to do it. Look, if you think about it in the long term, it'll cost you $10 to potentially make $100. So it's definitely worth the trade, especially if you can get that in in your obviously advantage. But the only issue now is that I've been doing a lot of research. There are a lot of things on Marketplace, on Facebook Marketplace. There are a lot of things on Gumtree as well. So the difficulty for me is that there are so many things for free, which is great, which is fucking crazy, which means there's going to be obviously a lot of money that can be made. But the downside obviously is going to be delivering them to people, and obviously going to be having to move them everywhere here and there as well. So storage is obviously going to be another big factor as well. So if you are considering doing this, storage is a huge factor. If you're obviously going to be collecting multiple couches and things at the same time, you're not going to obviously fit everything in here. So if you have a look at this van, I don't know if I can really show you guys, I could maybe stack two L shapes, maybe like sideways like that, on top of each other at a time. But obviously if you want to have a better chance of making more money in the long run, it's good to obviously get a higher end storage unit. So pretty much what I've done now is I've had in contact with Kennard's Storage, which is an Australian storage unit that we have here. I did have a look at Gumtree. I did have a look at Facebook as well to see if people had maybe like they wanted to hire out their garages or local storage units if they had some nearby where I lived. But unfortunately with the prices that they had, they weren't stacked up to be what Kennard's was. So Kennard's, they have different ranges of obviously storage unit sizes depending on how big you need the storage unit. And the great thing is it's a monthly cost, which isn't that bad. So the one that I was looking at was a storage unit, which was about, I think it was about 3 meters by 1.8 meters or so, and it worked out to be roughly around $200 a month. So if I can obviously flip a couple couches per month, it will easily pay that off with extra obviously profit for myself as well. But again, that all really depends on size. But to be honest, I was really skeptical at first because I thought it was going to be something crazy like $200 a week. But considering it was roughly about $200 a month, which it's not too bad to start off with. So I got into contact with my local one. I will be heading there eventually at some point to have a look at it to see how it works. So, because you obviously got to understand that when you're doing these storage things, the best part about finding these storage places is that they're 24/7 sometimes. But the hardest part is they may not have great locations. Locations meaning that if they're a massive storage unit, you may have to travel all the way to the back of the storage place. You may have to obviously go up lifts, which means that when you're dumping off obviously your furniture, you'll have to do it yourself. Kennard's has trolleys which help you move your furniture as well, if that's going to be the case for you. So I'll give you guys a little bit more of a backdrop when that does happen. I'll try and record a video of me picking up the couch. But yeah guys, this is the beginning of this new hustle journey. I'll let you guys know how it goes and we'll go from there.